Krept, welcome to the Screen Lately show on Choice FM. It's an honour to have you on.
No, so honoured to be here.
Bless you. As one of the most prolific musicians turned actor presenter on shows like the BBC Rap Game, we've seen you starring in The Intent, produced by Buff awarded filmmaker Femi Oyinaran, and now as a seasoned entrepreneur, you're moving into the space of skincare, a world that I know really, really well, with my Dr. Claire hat on. I'm just fascinated because for me, you've you absolutely have had the career I absolutely dreamed of having. You've done music, you've done film and TV, and now you're moving into this space with your family, with Sasha and Nala for Nala's baby. Can you just give us a sense of childhood? Did you always have that entrepreneurial spirit, or is it something that's developed over the years?
No, I would say that I've always kind of been like that, and I think when my friends realized it was when I was in school.
Right.
I used to I used to go to I think it was at the time Safeway. Remember Safeway? yeah, Safeway, and then I used to buy I used to buy like drinks and sweets in bulk packs, and then I used to come back in school and sell them and make a profit. And I was doing that for ages, and I remember I ended up building like, you know, nearly £1,000 at school times, like from doing that. And everyone was like, nah, you got something in you, like only you would do something like this. And then there was another time, I think this was the time when everyone was like, nah, there's something about you. I remember in my school, we was trying to get a little kind of like not community after school like activities going. So we needed equipment and, you know, stuff that we can kind of create our own little youth kind of after school activities, keep us off the streets kind of thing. Yeah. Obviously the school said, you know, they don't have the budget to do it. So then I ended up getting everybody from basically all year groups on a subscription of paying 20p a day. I think it's 20p a day.
Wow.
And everybody was doing, so I had them on a subscription for a few weeks, and everyone was paying 20p a day. And then we eventually made the money to go and do it. And I feel like from then, it was like people was like, only you are the only person that would have been able to pull this off and get everybody to do this and like create some subscription so that we can all get our little center going and stuff like that. So I feel like I've always had it in me to do that and be, you know, like a businessman, and that's always been like something that I've always had at the forefront of my mind. And, you know, even throughout our music career, like I've always thought I want to, you know, get into business. And yeah, I think it was, you know, it was when I remember when Diddy was saying something like, yeah, music makes millions, but business and fashion or this and that, this makes 100 million. And I'll never forget that he said something like that. Can't remember word for word, but I just remember him saying like, basically like, you know, it's not just the music, it's all these other aspects. And, you know, I've always kind of taken that on board with what we've done, me and KONAN. So, yeah.
100%. I just had the sense that it wasn't just something that started as you were in the music, that you must have had experiences in school that informed that you was a leader, that you were thinking entrepreneurially, that you were somebody that could be trusted, because with much responsibility, you know what I mean?
You have to trust, yeah, definitely.
So the music's going. When did you get a sense that it was a good time to kind of diversify outside of music?
It was just something that we kind of just always wanted to do. I think as well, when we signed our record deal, I think when we got in our record deal, we was like, I think like a few years into our record deal, it was like, oh, like these record deals are a bit intense, innit? Kind of thing. And it was like, you know, we thought, do you know what, for us to actually really, really, you know, expand and make good money, being in these kind of record deals, we have to like broaden our horizons, man. And I feel like that gave us the extra drive as well, even though we've always been like, yes, we want to do other stuff, business and this, that, and the fourth. But that was also another driving force that made us more like, okay, cool. Like, we're not gonna, you know, because a lot of the time people get into record deals and then years later they're like, they start having outbreaks about their record deals and this, that, and the fourth. We were just like, nah, this is what the deal we're in. We're gonna, you know, get through it in a positive way, and you know what I'm saying, and just do it amicably, and you know, just get through it. This is what the deal is, and this is what we sign. Let's get through it. Let's not dwell on it. Let's just put out music and get through it. And also with the back of our minds, just think we just need to work extra harder now, innit, and do other things as well. So that also was a bit of the inspiration behind, you know, us wanting to be, you know, in that space. So yeah, I'll definitely say that played a big part in it as well.
Fantastic. And having a Caribbean kind of background, do you feel that you kind of use those early experiences as well, which informed Krept and Kones? Or
yeah, do you know what? You see, I feel like when, you know, when I'll go Jamaica, and I just feel like when I went to Jamaica as a kid, I'll just see everybody was hustling, make money in different ways, selling this and that. And I feel like that was also something that was embedded in me from, you know, being a young boy as well, even just seeing that. And then, you know, when it came to Krept and Kones, it was like, it was a no-brainer for us to kind of infuse our heritage in that as well. Like, Conan's dad is a famous reggae star, and to name a sauce after him, like the reggae, like, you know, after seeing Levi Roots with his reggae sauce, then, you know, we thought, yeah, let's make our own sauce, like, and then we was like, Delroy's Island sauce, and then, you know, people came in the shop, they loved it. And yeah, man, I feel like that's also important, like, you know, to never forget kind of where you come from, and always kind of embed that in your journey as well. And we've done that even in music, you know, sampling Beanie Man, who was a good friend of Conan's father as well. So like, you know, everything kind of makes sense when we do things, and it always, you know, has like a background story to it. Or like, we don't just do things for doing things' sake. Like, with the restaurant, it was, you know, it made sense. Like, in the name, we had the name, and everyone was like, yo, this actually makes sense, and it works for our name, and it's such a good play on our name, and you know, so that was the inspiration behind actually doing that. Or when we do samples on Caribbean samples, this, because, you know, this is where we're from, and this makes sense to, you know what I'm saying? So everything that we do, always don't want to just do things, but we want it to make sense as well. And, you know, we always wanted to get into TV. So when we was doing our radio stuff, we made sure that we gave it our everything, because when we initially was doing our radio show, for example, they gave us, I think it was like 6 episodes. Right. That was it. And then we was like, all right, if we go the extra mile on these episodes, and we bring guests down, we create a show, we make it fun, we actually, because they had episodes, they used to give artists episodes prior, but it was just more, the artists would get their DJ down and play some songs, and that's it. The artists probably won't even go on there. But we was like, no, we're going to go on there, we're going to film this, we're going to make content, we're going to make this all fun, and actually make this into a thing, because, you know, we want to get into presenting TV and this, that, and the fourth. And, you know, when we done that with our radio show, you know, we got a lot of interest in terms of, oh wow, you lot are actually really good at this. Yeah. So that's when, you know, the rap game and that BBC opportunity presented itself. Do you know what I'm saying?
You just answered my next question. I was going to say.
yeah, because
no, but that's true. It's like, it's almost like one, because you gave something that was, you know, kind of like an entry level. You're cool. You put your power behind it, your energy, you're already planning for that next stage.
Exactly.
Almost predicating it by saying, because we're giving it our all, it's going to lead to
something. Yeah, man. And I feel like that's how you need to see. Yeah, that's how you need to see things in general. Like, it might just, like, don't just see it as like, oh, a money opportunity, or just a, you know, oh yeah, we're just going to do this and then that's the next thing. Like, put your all into this, make it the sickest it can be, and then something else is going to present itself. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we spoke into existence, and that's exactly what happened. And now we're on season 4 of the rap game. So
insane. Like, I remember I was watching season 1 and 2, and I was just thinking about what you guys were going through, letting people go, knowing that you've been each of them at a certain point. Do you know what I mean? You've wanted the deal so bad. You've wanted to change things for your city, for your family, for your community.
Yeah.
And there can only be one winner. So those decisions in the background, we only get like 30 minutes of it. But the conversations that you and the other judges must be having, do you know what I mean? Have you ever had a situation where you've let someone go and then you've kind of regretted it? You don't need to give me their names, but just that moment where you thought, nah, that was our real winner. So again, I do it different. You know, like Alan Sugar always says.
Yeah.
What?
No, like all the seasons that we've done, there's always been it's always been a difficult choice between someone and someone else. So
right,
like the first season,
no clear winners.
Yeah, like in like the first season, Kiko won, but there was so much people that wanted Foss to win, and like it was literally, and then it got so difficult that we just put out a poll ourselves and was like, who do you think should win? And we had to see who got the most votes, and Kiko won that with that. So we was like, according to us, the people are saying Kiko, but there were still people that was like, no, Foss should have won, and this, that, and fourth. And then the same with Zones and Graft in the next one. It was like loads of people was like Zones and loads of people was like Graft, and it was just like, yeah, man, it's always been a difficult decision. I don't regret any of the decisions that we've made. Do you know what I mean? Because it doesn't stop the other artists from shining. They all still get the same recognition as the next one and the winner. Do you know what I'm saying? They might not get the prize at the end, but they still got the recognition, and they can still use that opportunity to kind of leverage and go from there. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I would definitely say there's been hard decisions to make, but I don't regret any of the decisions I make.
Nice.
Yeah.
And obviously, you and Konan, you're starring in The Intent. I think you or Konan did Shiro's Story before it went on to Blue.
Yeah, Konan did that. Yeah, Konan did Shiro's Story. That was sick. Yeah,
incredible. And obviously, the franchise has grown now. But thinking about, say, your moment in The Intent 1. Do you think movies is something that you want to go into a bit further? Because your character, everyone laughs at your up in the cinema at the West End, and it was insane.
Yeah.
So congrats. But it's a little while ago now, and obviously they're now planning for number 3. Is that just a space that you want to explore a bit more as well, actually acting and the whole journey of that?
Yeah, no, we'd definitely love to kind of explore that route, and and if I ever did acting again, I'd want it to be a role that is not like similar to, what they would know us for being. Like, I would want to do a random different role to bring a different kind of side out. Do you know what I mean? So
genre, maybe like sci-fi or rom-com, or
or just something, that's completely
in the sense of like remove yourself completely.
Exactly, and be a completely different person. That's something I would love to kind of try and do and get into, I think. So, but yeah, acting's definitely something that we would love to kind of do and explore, especially Konan loves it.
Excellent. Well, look, it's Father's Day coming up on the Sunday, and you're launching Nala's Baby with your business partner and co-parent Sasha. Named after your daughter Nala, which is a beautiful name. I've had 2 children myself in the last 2 years, so
have you?
I've got your back on the sleep deprivation and I want to know, because I think women, we discuss this all day long on social media. Sasha's a beautiful woman, she's an influencer, so there's going to be people that are just going to gravitate and relate to her specifically, but you're a dad, and that's a beautiful accomplishment, and you're very much involved from what I see and hear. And what I want to know for you, like, how has fatherhood changed you? And then talk about Nala's Baby.
No, to be honest, it's changed me in terms of my priorities. Like, I always used to put like business or work first and then everything after, and then like ever since she was here, it was just like she made me realize that there was nothing more important than spending time with your family and friends, and actually taking a step back out of whatever it is you're doing and just spending time. Do you know what I mean? And because when she was born, I dedicate myself to be like, do you know what? I don't care what's happening. These are the days I'm going to be with my daughter, and that's it. And because I've been able to do that and everything's still been okay, it's just made me realize that, you know, I can do that a bit more in general. Do you know what I mean? And it's made me realize that, you know, I need to spend more time with, you know, family and friends. And you can, you know, because when you're doing businesses and you're doing this, that, and the fourth, you always think, oh, I ain't got time, I'm so busy, I've got to get this done. But you can, like, set time to reset and just enjoy the time that you have here, because you're there chasing all of this other stuff. And then time goes, and then, you know, before you know it, someone who was trying to spend time with you is too old, or it's too late now, or it's, do you know what I mean? And it's like, because we didn't enjoy the now and spend time now. And she made me realize that, you know, just spend time now with your loved ones and your family and friends and stuff. So she changed me a lot in that aspect. And yeah, she's really helped my morning routines, because now I wake up at 7 a.m. every single day, and I am so my body clock's, yeah, my body clock's on Nala's body clock. So
nice.
Yeah. She's
a beautiful relationship, isn't there, with dad and daughter?
Yeah,
and it really looks like you. Now that I'm looking at you really quite close up, she in me with you. She looks an image.
Yeah, no. And as well, like, she's made me a lot more like hungry in terms of just making something for myself and leaving something behind. Because I thought about it, I was like, I do music, but what if my daughter doesn't like music, or she's not into music? How is she going to benefit from my music? Like, and it was a case where I was like, you know what, as well, I need to kind of think about that. Like, I want to be able to leave something that, you know.
She got property, she's got a restaurant, a couple albums,
a couple of things running.
She's got great things, and obviously now something that is actually in her name.
Yes.
Baby, talk to me. Was that a moment? Did she have particularly dry skin or some skin issues, and you thought that you wanted to do something personally about it?
So there was two different spikes of like motivation for this. The first one was before she was born, so we didn't obviously know she would have had eczema then. So it was, Sasha was using a rating app called Think Dirty. It rates products from basically 10 to 0. So how clean they are. So 10 being like the worst and 0 being the cleanest. So everything that she was using or getting to use on herself, and then obviously when Nala was born, because we was getting loads of gift sets and, you know, baby shower gifts and stuff like that. So all of those products that we was getting, we was putting it into the app, and none of them were rating 0. Like, a lot of them were rating 8 and 5, and these are the products that we think, these are the clean products, these are good for you, and this, that, and the 4. And so we was like, so wait, there's no 0 rated product anyway. And me with my business hat on was like, okay, we need to do that then. We need to make the first 0 rated clean, you know, baby skincare range. Let's be the first to do it. And obviously we didn't have a clue where to start, but, you know, I just feel like, you know, if you try, and you know, there's always someone that knows someone that can help you with something. Like, do you know what I'm saying? It's just a case of networking and asking. So I was, you know, I thought about it, contacted a few people, and then I contacted someone, and they was like, oh my God, this idea sounds amazing. Like, I'd love to kind of help you do it. And then we kind of just got to it for like a year and a half, found a manufacturer. And obviously with the baby product, like, when we took it to the manufacturer, they was kind of looking at us like it was crazy, because we was like, oh, we want to make the most natural. We want it to be, you know, suitable for sensitive skin, like eczema friendly, tear free, vegan, cruelty free, alcohol, all of this, no sulfates, no powder. And then we want to make it at a price point that is accessible. So we don't want to, because usually with those products, you go in there like £15, £20 a bottle. We was like, so they was like, how much do you want to sell it for? I said about £5.50. And they was like, so you want to do all of this, make it this natural, and you want to sell it for £5.50? And we was like, yes, that's exactly what we want to do. Can we do it? And it took us a year and a half just to formulate it, just to get the formulation back and forth, to get it to be the most natural we could get it to. And yeah, we actually did it. And, you know, we actually did it. So that was so difficult in terms of there was so much research, so much stuff going into it. You know, like they initially came back and it wasn't like as clean as we wanted it to. I think we initially rated 2 on Think Dirty, and then we was like, no, we need 0. So let's go back to the drawing board. What do we need to change? Like, and then we was literally like, we're not stopping until we get this perfect, and this is the best. Because, you know, there's that thing where, you know, you can be who you are and just say, I'm releasing a brand and skincare, and people will just buy it because of who it is, you know what I mean? But we didn't want to do that. We wanted the product to be great without us. Yeah. Like we didn't want it to be about, even though, yeah, it's called Nala's Baby, but it's actually the product on its own is
merits,
an amazing product, you know what I'm saying? And we wanted to basically be like, leave people no reason to buy anything else, because we wanted to be the same price as them, same price point. We wanted to, you know, tick all these boxes that these other brands don't tick, and we wanted to be the most natural and the cleanest and the first 0 rated. So we managed to do that, and that's what took us so long. And then when Nala was born, she did develop eczema. So then she had eczema really badly, or has eczema really badly, and everything that we, you know, because we only just got the samples, probably like the final samples not recently, but like a month or 2 ago. Yeah. So this whole time we've had like little samples, and we could make that stretch for like a couple of days and it's gone. But we didn't have a full bottle of the product. When we was using it on Nala, we would see that it was nice and it complemented her skin, but then it was gone again. And then we had to be forced to use other things. Yeah. And everything was just irritating her skin. She was itching till it was bleeding, and we was like, no, man. And then when we finally got the product range, we was able to like fully just be like, okay, we're only using our products on Nala's skin in terms of our bath, wash, our bubble bath, this, that, and the fourth, the body butters on her skin and lotions, oils. It was like, we're only going to use this. Let's see now that it doesn't irritate, because we're not saying, oh, we're curing this, we're going to cure it. We're just saying that we're going to make a product that doesn't irritate and make it worse, and you know, that's suitable for it. But we definitely thought about the ingredients, and we definitely, in terms of the ingredients are a lot. We have a lot of anti-inflammatory ingredients that, you know, soothe skin, and that's what we wanted to make as well. So, you know, we done it, and then we done like a trial of Nala basically, and just said from here on we're only using Nala's products. Wow. And if you see the difference in her skin, like it's crazy. Like, yeah, it's because we was, you know, my mum was like telling me, oh, you should get this. My dad was saying you should get her this and you should get her that.
Yeah, based on their knowledge of, you know, or their experiences of you, maybe when you were young. Yeah, everybody
use this, use that. And I was speaking to my dad yesterday, and when he saw Nala, and he was like, oh my God, her skin is like, everything's gone. Because obviously when he has her and he looks after her and stuff, he's always like, she just itches so bad, try and prescribe her this, try and get her this, try and get her that. And then when he was like, why is her skin just normal now? And she was like, he was like, what have you been using? And we said, we've been using Nala's Baby. And he was like, look at that. Like, we've been searching the top and tail for everything else, and the only thing that actually didn't you know, flare up her skin was her own product. And that's when he was just like, yeah, man, you need to be so proud of this, of what you've done and what you've achieved, man, because this is great. And also, you know, making a product that, like, the price points are not crazy and ridiculous, you know what I mean? So
I know, like I said, because, you know, well, like 5 years ago, I stopped my brand, but it was called Pre-Made. This is not a plug because the brand doesn't exist, but it was the world's first, is recorded, world's first allergy-friendly vegan natural skincare brand, and it looked after eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, right? Honored by the Queen for my services to dermatology. And so I know this space really, really well, because I had eczema, Yeah. You're absolutely right. My price points for my own baby range within my brand was 15 and up. And that's because it was handmade. Me and my brethren, we were mixing and crushing and whatever. Yeah. You get to a level where you can hand it over to a manufacturer. You've got staff now, so you want to keep that price point up.
For cost, yes.
You get what I'm saying? And then it's winning awards and doing all those things. But what you've cornered is insane, you know, in a sense, it's incredible. Beautiful packaging.
Thank you.
Incredible ingredients. Testimonials before you've launched, because you've been testing it on other people, and I've seen that some mums, you know, 92% of mums are saying that it works on children. And then the credibility of the name of the business. Nala Skin is actually improved as well. Can you imagine if it didn't?
No, I know.
Controller, you can't say make sure your skin is what
there's nothing you can do, like you can't do anything, like, so it was one of them ones where
every single box, you know, and that is phenomenal.
And that's something you can't fake. You can't fake that.
Do it.
Like anybody that knows, like you cannot fake.
No way. No way.
When I saw
it in the Voice News, I was like, I need to get Krept on the show because I love what you've achieved. I want to know that journey though, because how does a music man, restaurateur, get to that? I get it because you're a smart guy and you've got a child, but
how?
Because Kate sent me the press release and everything, the genuine, you know, sophistication of the brand is absolutely outstanding. And that's why I wanted our listeners to hear that, to hear from you what it's all about. Because you can read things and think, is this a gimmick?
Of course.
Man's just doing skincare now.
Yeah, like it's some joke thing.
You know what? This is not a joke. This is a really beautiful situation. You know, it's Black owned. It's named after a child who has eczema, and her eczema is improving because of the use of it. That's number one. That's a huge testimonial. And then the parents, the Think Dirty app, being zero, all of these qualities, I just wanted to personally say, really well done. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Coming out this weekend, Father's Day weekend, and that's again why I wanted to talk to you just about the role you're playing in that beautiful girl's life, doing the skincare brand, you know, and that whole kind of full circle of your entrepreneurial spirit. I just needed to get a sense of who is that guy, because that's quite special and quite unique. And no, but a lot of guys may not have done it because of thinking about what other people think. And I think that's something that says a lot about us as Black Brits. We really are always in this kind of trap of like not trying to excel, worrying about what others may think. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, 100%. Because a lot of people think I ain't doing no skincare. Like, what am I doing skincare? Like, what am I?
That's your business. That's my business, and that's actually something that is helping my personal child and other people's children.
Exactly.
As a parent, you know, and I know. You would do anything, and you would pretty much spend anything to make your child's life easier.
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
Like when you're sitting there watching your child itching,
come on,
it's not nice, man.
It's not.
Like, it's not nice.
Anything to take that pain away or that distress away. So Nala's Baby, is going into 400 boot stores. Now again, massive congratulations, because we know behind the scenes that getting distribution is not easy.
It's not easy.
Well known.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are
award-winning so on forth for a for a retailer to put you into 400 stores. That's a lot of floor space and retail space that you're taking up. You don't have to tell us everything, but what were the meetings like, kind of getting through those negotiations?
So, like with Boots, when we initially took it to them, so I made my team go and take it to them because I didn't want them to know who was behind the brand. Wow. I genuinely wanted them to say, this is the brand, this is what it does, this is all of the stuff that it's done, these are all the boxes it ticks. How do you guys feel about this brand? And they absolutely loved the brand. Like they absolutely said, oh my God, like, you know, this is so innovative. Like even the aesthetic of the brand, even, you know, and we have like augmented reality on our bottles as well. So like when you scan the bottle, it comes up and cartoon of Nala pops up, and then it has Nala says, hi, my name's Nala, and meet my friend Shady the snake. And then the kids can interact with the snake and put the ingredients on the snake, and then it educates them about the, you know, the ingredients and says, did you know that lavender uses this and this? And it's like really educational for the kids and just gives them a bit of insight to the brand and stuff, but in a kid-friendly way. And then they can interact with it, put the animals to sleep or make them play and this, that, and the fourth. So we've got that. So you just scan it on the bottle. So the bottle is kind of like a toy as well. So it's like, you know, if you're taking this to a retailer and you're saying, okay, so we've ticked all these boxes, we've got all of these certifications, we've done all of these trials, testing, you know, on how many parents, and, you know, we've done a massive user trial, because that was obviously important to us. We wanted to make sure that, you know, all these kids with eczema, we wanted to trial the products on them. Does it irritate it? Yes. And then, you know, as you saw the percentage of the parents that was like, yes, it was absolutely fine and amazing to my kid's skin. And that is what they was like, this is a no-brainer. And then it was a case of, okay, oh, and by the way, this is who
By the way, you know, just
and this is who's behind the product. And then it was just like, oh my God, this is like a no-brainer kind of thing. But we wanted to make it about the product. Like, I want that product, like, if I do not say a word or mention this product again, that the product will speak for itself. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we wanted to make. I didn't want to, and as well, I know that, you know, people looking at me probably being a young rapper, black rapper, thinking that I'm just doing the skincare and just trying to do a brand and a business and yo, buy this, but they don't understand the amount of research and work that went into developing these products, in terms of, like, for example, when they sent back the ingredients list, they were saying, oh, we can't change this ingredient because we need it as a foaming agent for the bubble bath, for the shampoo, so we need it to foam, and, you know, the best ones that we have are synthetic ones that make it foam. And then I went and did my research and was like, no, there's a plant called Quilija plant that is a natural foaming agent. Let's use that. And then do you know what I'm saying? And they was really like
you educating the manufacturers through
I was like,
this product, that it can be done differently. It
can like,
the margins are not that crazy that you can still make a product.
You can still do it, yeah, like you can still make it work, like, do you know what I mean? And like, it was loads of back and forth, like, can we find an alternative for this? I want to find it, this is what I found, can we use that, and, you know, there was so much back and forth and like team effort to make this product what it was. Like, it was not a, just get someone in a lab to make a product. This is you just want it to smell nice and boom, put it on the shelves. It wasn't like, it was so much thought, like, what ingredients are anti-inflammatories?
Yes.
If you check off, we have so much anti-inflammatory ingredients in there, like, that we wanted to make sure that these things are not triggering eczema or sensitive skin, and then and some people, it might even just be the fragrances, so we made fragrance-free versions even more sensitive than, you know, the fragrance one. Yeah, even though Nala's been using the fragrance ones because they're very, very good.
Yeah, because they're not synthetic fragrance.
They're not, yeah, do you know what I'm saying? But even so, we still made a fragrance-free version for even, you know.
I cannot wait, because I'm rushing down. My goddaughter has had eczema since birth, and all the things you described, the bleeding till it's raw.
Yes.
She has dietary issues as well as skin issues, but the skin can keep her up. You know, Tash and Cloran put her to bed at 7, but she's not sleeping till 10 some evenings because she's in such discomfort. And as we go into the summertime, do you know what I mean? That irritation, because it's hot and you're itching and you're sweating.
Yeah, exactly.
So knowing that you've got a fragrance version and a unscented version is absolutely wonderful, because you can try both. And if they like both, great. But if they don't, and they do fancy, like, just to make absolute sure you've got the unscented version as well, that is brilliant. And even for me and my daughters, I'm just thinking, they don't have skin issues, thankfully. But why not use the best of the best?
Best of the best, yeah.
About anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, antibacterial for everything. And I think we're all in that space post-pandemic. So that's been my lifestyle for a long time. But I feel like I would buy this for my daughters as well, because I just want them to have products that have been through the ringer, that you've really thought through. And like you say, and I think that's why this interview is going to be so important, is because you're not selling this on your name. Like you just said, they went in the daughter boots without saying, oh yeah, please jump on it. Yes. The products work. That's it. Then you're telling me about augmented reality, and I'm like, look, man, my children need stuff that's going to keep them entertained in the bathtub. And it sounds like a phenomenal product that's just going to blow everything we've ever known about skincare up until now for children out of the water. So
It's
we're
definitely,
all down on the Sunday to get our pieces and make sure. And you do, you know, in the bathroom, we all use a bit of everything, you know, so parents will probably be sharing this with the children.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, especially if they're really, really young, you're bathing with them, you're jumping in to get them out, you know, you're doing different things.
Exactly.
You know, like I said, we're going into summer, so there's going to be swimming pools, there's going to be places where they're bathing outside of the home, right, as we go on holiday and different things. So I just think you've created something here that's really, really exciting. You should really be proud of yourself. Is there anything else we need to know about the launch? How can we support it, elevate it, make it even more significant?
Yeah, just we're launching on the 20th of June. And it will obviously be online as well at, on nala's-baby.com. But on there, we're going to be doing gift bundles. So, you know, you'll be able to buy a gift bundle with the bottles. It comes with a Nala's Baby towel, a brush and comb set, and kind of just like a nice gift that you can get for whether it's baby showers or birthdays or whatever it is. So yeah, that's something that I feel like people are really going to love. The branding's amazing. So, you know, I feel like it would be a really, really nice gift set for the family. So we do that as well. And then obviously in stores and online. And yeah, man, I just hope, you know, people enjoy the product as much as we do. Like we genuinely, like, I use the product for myself. Like I
know, I feel like I would.
Yeah, I use it for myself, like, because I got bad dermatitis as well. So when I use this, if I use other shampoos and stuff, it just like triggers it. So when I wash my hair and I use it, it like when I'm done, my hair is just fine and I'm not, you know, it's not dry out and it's not. And I use the oil as well, and like, yeah, man, I genuinely, you know, feel like it's a great product, and you know, for me to be able to, like, I genuinely. Like if this wasn't my brand and I'd tried this, I would actually buy this over anything else, which is, you know, because sometimes you've got to take a step out of, you know, this being your thing. And like, I genuinely prefer it over anything else that I was using prior. So
get my hands on it. I want to try it.
So proud of what, you know, we've accomplished with this brand, and, you know, and also setting, you know, because, you know, that they always say everything that's good for you is always expensive, isn't it? So we kind of wanted to break that barrier of, you know, why not make something that's good for you that's still accessible? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, £5.50 is affordable for everyone, because everyone's affordable is different, isn't it? But if anybody knows about this kind of level of product and ingredients and cleanliness, you would know that £5.50 for a bottle is very, very, very cheap. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you know, we kind of wanted to at least do that, and, you know, hopefully, you know, we sell a lot of units, because for obviously, in order for this kind of business to be successful at selling something like this at this price point, you need to sell in volume. Do you know what I mean? So God willing, you know, people support it and buy it, and yeah, man, we kind of changed the way skincare is for good, because it's all it's going to do is make everybody else up the levels, and it's going to make everyone else want to be clean. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you don't get clean, then you kind of get left behind. And if we're going to be the first, the innovators, to kind of set that trend, then we're happy to do that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Krept, one last thing before I let you go, just as a ritual for our show, we always ask everybody, just to put you back in a film and TV space, if you could choose one soundtrack from a movie, what would be your favorite soundtrack, one song for us to play out your interview?
One soundtrack from a movie? Oh, God. This is a very, 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 I think there's so many
good ones, right? What's your favorite film, or 2 or 3 films?
I want to give you a funny one. And I need you.
White Chicks.
Yeah,
love that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, we all know that. Remember that.
I'll get it.
we all remember that one there.
It will.
That's
because he's in the car driving.
yeah.
I love that. Krept, thank you so much for joining us on this show.
Thank you for having me.
To Rushing Down to Boots or going on nalasbaby.com. Sunday the 20th is the launch of your beautiful brand. Congratulations to you, Sasha and Nala. And I look forward to following your journey and supporting you in any way we can.
Definitely, man. And hopefully, you know, later on we can catch up again and everything's doing amazing. Do you know what I mean?
That part. Thank you so much. Come back for part 2. Much love. Take care.
Much love. See you.
Bye.
Bye.